Hi everyone. First off, I'd just like to say, oh my goodness, this has grown so much bigger than anything I ever hoped for or dreamed for, and I'm having so many lovely conversations with people in the comments. I'm getting recommended so many books and being inspired to read so much more. I feel like it's such a huge part of a community, and yeah, it's really helping me, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. YouTube was something I didn't know I needed. I started this so that I could do a few chats to myself and watch them back when I'm poorly, or if I get worse I can watch them and go, oh yeah, I did that thing, or I read that book. And also I'm having very like memory issues, so to watch me be excited about a book, I'm hoping it will remind me in the future how excited I was about that book, rather than just in my reading journal seeing what I've said about it. So yeah, thank you so much for all being here. Today I'm going to be talking about the books I read while I was in hospital. So I've not actually filmed for ages. I've been using up videos I had filmed. I was in hospital a few weeks ago. Yeah, it wasn't great. A lot of time waiting around in hospital, but also it's less time than you think. So I know this sounds very strange, but you're waiting for tests, you're waiting for doctors, you're on edge, you're waiting for the nurse, you're waiting for your meds. It's yeah, it's very strange. It's like a different place being in hospital. I was on a lovely ward with lovely people, thank goodness, because you never know who you're going to get because it's a ward. Yeah, and I got home fairly quickly, so yeah. The first book I read was Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. Now, my favourite book in the world is All About Places by Jennifer Niven. So I was very excited to get my hands on Holding Up the Universe. I borrowed it from the library, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It centres around Libby, who was formerly America's Fattest Teen, and Jack, who has a condition called prognasia. I think that's what I've got written down. And it means he can't recognise faces. I thought this was very different, the style of the book, how they met. It's about body confidence and loving what you have. I don't really want to say much more because I hate it when people ruin the plot. I really enjoyed this book. It was very different to All the Right Places, but I think it had to be for Jennifer Niven to carry on with her YA. I thought it was very well written. I love Jennifer Niven's writing. I think she's fabulous. I felt very engaged and submerged in the plot, which is what you always want. So yeah. The second book I'm going to talk about is The Boy on the Bridge by M.R. Carey. This is the prequel to The Girl with All the Gifts, and I was very excited for this to come out because those of you that have watched my other videos will know that I'm a bit obsessed with Girl with All the Gifts, and Finity Williams also narrated the audiobook for The Boy on the Bridge, so that's great because I think she was fabulous in narrating The Girl with All the Gifts. I don't really want to say too much on this one either. It's the backstory of Rosie, and it's very much a novel within its own right. Characters are very looked into, you know them very well, and I think that's really important because sometimes prequels can just gloss over personalities of the people. So I really I'd say it was brilliant, and I'd say it was as good as the first book, but I did miss Melanie as the narrator of the whole thing. Next up I have Finding Audrey. Now, I think I have a bit of a controversial opinion here, and I don't mean to, but I'm just gonna have to say it. I hated it. I thought it was awful. You follow Audrey, who for some reason struggles with her with going outside. You never find out that reason, which is the whole thing I was waiting for in the book. And if I'm honest, it's spoiler, but she just got fixed too quick, too easily by a boy. Like, it's so annoying. I hate it. It was unrealistically quick. It was within a couple of weeks. yeah, I hate books where it's like, you'll meet a boy and it'll fix everything. Even illness books, physical illness books, it's like, yeah, but you'll feel better once you've met a boy. I hate it. I can't stand it. So I didn't enjoy that one at all. I thought our parents were really typical teenage parents, whereas they're really, really unreasonable, and I've not met any parents like them. Finally, I have One by Sarah Crossan. I actually read this the night before I was going into hospital. Yeah, we knew I was going in the next day, but I have something called subcutaneous fluids at home, so we could keep me not using my tube at home, didn't need to be admitted until the next day in hospital. I read this in one night. It is prose poetry in a book, and it focuses around Tippy and her sister Grace, sorry. Yeah, Grace and Tippy. Grace narrates the whole thing. It really put into perspective what I was going through at that moment. It made me realise people were going through things far worse than me on the ward, never mind in the hospital. It put their lives into perspective. They're conjoined twins, different personalities, but obviously sharing organs and things. So it was very, very interesting, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the way that even though it was prose poetry, she didn't skimp on the details, so it looked at the whole family, it looked at the siblings, it looked at financial pressures, it looked at the father, it looked at the mother, issues that have stemmed from having an ill child. Yeah, so as I said, it really recentered me and gave me perspective. It's a book that's definitely going to stay with me, and I think I'm definitely going to reread it. I borrowed that one from the library as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you feel like you can, please subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to know what you're reading. I'd love to know some easier books to read, because obviously when you're in hospital you can't quite concentrate as well. So anything that's slightly easier but has a good plot, doesn't skimp on any of the detail. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.